So far the workouts are, I don't know, they're going. And mind you, these are like really, really, really light. It's it's just walking. It's just walking. And I got a chair in the house or whatever, like, like a little foldable chair thing, the ones like you use outside. So I might walk, like, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, I walk where my car would be at, then walk back to the house, and then I sit down. I don't really know how to paint the picture of that, but it's like maybe if you got like a hallway, it's like not a long walk. So if you got like a hallway, you walk to like maybe your front door, and then maybe you walk down the hall. I don't know how your house set up, but it's not long. Okay, it ain't long. So I'll do that. So I'll just walk back and forth, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for like maybe 15 minutes or whatever. As long as I'm not triggering anything. There's fine print in this because I'm not trying to like trigger my pots all like aggressively or nothing. Um, and then I will, like, if I'm still able, I'll do maybe like another like 5 or 10 minutes, like walking back and forth, and then sit down. Like in between that, so it's like walk one way and then walk the other way, sit down, stand up, walk the other way. Because I'm trying to get it to where, God willing, I can stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet because if I did that aggressively, there'd be a problem. Also, the chair is kind of leveled. It's not a like a low to a super high, low to a super high. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm getting off the floor. So that should also kind of make it easier on the pots. Now, as far as the epilepsy is concerned with the lights and stuff, sensitive to the lights, I have noticed I'm walking in the shade because it's the only way for me to do it. Because there's no other way. It's no other way. It's like 90 something degrees outside, 80 something. There's no other way. It has to be the shade. It has to be breezy. I'm probably pouring water on myself a little bit, a little sprinkle, sprinkle. And even then, it's like the evening time where it's like not crazy. Like there are things in the environment that I have to do to even try this nonsense. And what is not nonsense is uh, recovery. But what I've noticed is if I'm not careful, the sun will shoot through the trees and it'll be like, how they show in movies, like, oh, it's so cute. It's got like the little light shining through the. No, it's very triggering to my eyes. So I have to be careful about that because I've noticed if the light's like flicky flicky, it starts to give that flash effect. And my eyes are not doing that. So, one, I make sure I have my glasses on that like tint over um, or my straight up shades. And mind you, when I tried this at night, if a light was too bright, it was also triggering its light to my eyes. So ain't gonna lie, it's a little stressful to accommodate all things combined, like and stuff. So I might have to adjust, like whichever piece has the most consistent shade. That's why I have to walk. There has to be some breeze. It has to be a bunch of things. But the point is, like I tell my son, it's okay to have an illness. It just means you're gonna have to be a little bit more creative. And by golly, creative it is. Um, I've also been doing calf exercises in the house because that one's a little bit more aggressive for me. Like the up down is a little bit more there. And so that I can't even risk outside. I'm not even gonna try it. So I do that one in the house in front of a fan, making sure the air is blowing. But once I actually start to feel hot, hot, we gonna pause because sometimes that's also triggering. Like, but it's like whatever. It's like okay. So also random side note, I have to be extra careful with my foot care because and this is probably one of those oversharing moments, but I do have to make sure that I use like a foot thing to like file calluses because when you spend about 2-3 years trying to overcompensate for a topsy-turvy body, and you're like trying to catch yourself and do like hard stops on your feet, or your balance is so off that you're, kind of like leaning your feet inward or whatever you're doing to have more balance, if you're not using a mobility aid or something like that, it wholeheartedly will grow calluses in those places, because that's where you're putting all the pressure and it won't be proportionate. So now, about every week, I just go over my feet to try to hopefully retrain the skin. Like, hey, we good now. Okay, we not good now, but we better than what we were. So all this isn't called for. Does that make sense? Like, it's not called for. We don't need this. We don't need you growing like this no more. God willing, it won't be like, God willing, it's gonna be like, 100% back to normal. But in the meantime, can we ease up off this though? I gotta do that like every week to rebalance everything. Um, so definitely when I am walking, I'm even more cautious to try to not overcompensate. Um, so it's a lot going on. But the point is, this is a step in recovery. I can feel some of my energy coming back. But also I am sore, like so sore, and it's crazy to go from jogging before work, put on your clothes, do your full time hours, go home, take care of the kids. Da, da, da. It's crazy to go from all that to a 15-minute walk or a 30-minute walk, like, got you crying, got the back of your legs just like you just dying, just like crashing out. That's crazy. That's crazy. It is a weird mixture of feelings, because on one hand you're like praising God the whole time, because you have a nervous system issue. You know it was so severe that you couldn't walk. You had all these crazy issues, and now it's like you can walk, but then it's like, oh my gosh, I, I feel like a baby learning to walk again. Like I went from like a stroller thing to all these other steps, and now it's like, okay, I'm just trying to walk, but I can't walk like for long. It's good. It's funny, but it's like, okay, whatever. Like, it's whatever God wanted to be. Like, I'm just glad to be able to walk, even if it is just for a few minutes, even if it does make me like a bit sore. Like, I really don't care, because it's still better than using my rollator. I don't care. I don't care. It's slower, yes, and I may never go back to jogging and running just because it's so aggressive. All that bouncing, it may be a bit too much. But I was walking the other day, like it was like morning time, like because it's cool in the morning, and I'm just pacing back and forth. I'm trying to be consistent to the extent that my illness will let me be. And I was thinking, you know what, God, this ain't too bad. It's not what I used to have. I have to be intentionally slower and careful about things. But you know what? It's not that bad. Just gonna be in cruise mode, walking. I can enjoy this, enjoy that. It's not really the comfort of old, but that doesn't mean that this isn't nice too. So that's nice.